Thanks very much. Thanks for inviting us today as a chemical supplier on this event where you launch, I think, a very important tool for the whole industry. Yeah, we are very happy with the opportunity to share some of our perspective on this as a chemical supplier, being part of this collaborative project, POPFREE. We had a very we learned a lot from the collaboration we had with the different brands that were participating as well. Today I think we would like to tell you a little bit more about us as a company, OrganoClick, about the products that we currently offer. But I think the main focus today will be how we actually develop our products. What are our requirements? What are the guidelines we use in the development of our products? And how do we in that way make sure that the products you buy from us, the chemistries that you use in your products, are actually safe to use and won't create regrettable substitutions later on. With that, I think our slogan as a company is that we make or facilitate performance materials inspired by nature. We do that in quite a broad industry. So we don't only produce products for the textile industry, but we are actually active in many different industries. And that's because the technology that we use is basically a technology to modify fibers. And that was discovered around 2006 when the company was founded as a spin-off from several Swedish universities. Nowadays, we are a company that with a $10 million turnover annually, and we are actually growing with double digits every year. We are listed on the Nasdaq First North publicly, and currently we are capable of producing over 10,000 tons per year in our production facilities here in Sweden, north of Stockholm. And if we summarize what we do, we use biomimicry to create alternatives for chemistries that lead to environmental problems. It can be PFAS, as we discussed a lot today, but we're even looking into replacing plastics in many different industries. Facilitating products that are environmentally sound. And we do that using OrganoClick technology, where we are marketing a broad range of safe, biodegradable, and highly bio-based solutions for materials made green inside. So we would like to make your products and materials green inside. So we going to our products that we are marketing in the textile industry. We are having two main brand names, OrganoTex and OC EcoSeal-Tex. And OrganoTex is the brand that is mainly related to the consumer products that we market. And OC EcoSeal-Tex is the brand that's more our industrial DWR products that we market towards textile finishers. All those products have been totally free from PFAS, but even totally fluorine free since its existence, and are also readily biodegradable according to OECD 301 standards. And we have been able to develop and expand this product range continuously through actually three different stages of the POPFREE. That started in 2016, and we have a stage 1 project, and we are now at the end of the stage 3 project, where we're focusing on implementation. So just to mention, our latest product that we launched as part of this project in the final quarter of 2020 is called OC EcoSeal-Tex 320. It's on full commercial scale now and distributed in several countries outside Europe. The product is capable of achieving, well, the industrial standard 90-20. That means that 90% of the DWR performance is left after 20 home laundering washes. and we can achieve that in a formulation without any additional additives. So that means that, like, well, one thing that is often challenging regarding transparency in the chain, like many additives that are used in the finishing mill, we have like one solution that like the mill can use on the fabrics. This product is used on one layer fabrics, but we've even like managed to create more complex construct with this fabric with satisfying requirements on 3-layer fabrics and more complex constructions. It's currently listed in the ri.se gateway, which is one of the third-party bodies that certifies products that you might be familiar with. And in addition, it's a third party verified to be readily biodegradable according to OECD 301 conditions. But we're not just focusing on that market. Throughout the years, we have in 2018, the first products were launched that we focus on consumer products for consumers that want to take care of their garments by making them live longer. So launching this range of products, we even managed to inform consumers on the market by introducing these products on PFAS and the problems connected to that by connecting like actually chemistry and the chemistry that is required for a DWR to their shell life, their garments that they use in outdoor. And this product range is currently sold in most European countries, but even outside, and is sold by many different retailers. Today, we want to offer you some of that like requested transparency on how chemical suppliers actually work to create like a product that is ready for a future that is circular and in harmony with nature. So I summarize those in 3 main pillars that we focus on. It's our resource management, which is focusing on the source of where we take our chemistries from, but also like the safety and toxicity of the products and all the ingredients we use, but even more upstream in like the manufacture of our ingredients, and also the really stressing the need for having an end-of-life strategy. So for resource management, we use some kind of like preferential selection funnel where we would like to, so we own, the focus is bio-based chemistry, but even bio-based chemistry can mean a lot. So we have an internal ranking system where we basically rank our bio-based resources based on their source, the process. So of course, we value side streams the most. Those could be like agricultural waste streams that actually need upcycle, and we think can be a valuable resource in a new industry, but also any other chemicals that are produced through fermentation processes and the like. Then there are like other oil crops that maybe take more land use, but are still of interest because of the properties they have. And also animal-derived chemistry, which is of course comes with extra considerations regarding animal welfare and also potential higher emissions if it's livestock in that case. But focus, but they're still accepted into our products. Then we have like then we are suddenly a lot more restrictive when it comes to uncertified palm oil or other mass balance programs, or any crude oil derived chemistry. We might allow certain streams where, for example, we know that there is a commercial bio-based alternative very soon entering the market. so that we know that without a lot of work, we can substitute very rapidly. And then there are a few categories of more classical chemistries that we reject because we don't believe they fit like the future development of the chemical industry. But next to that, we have requirements on safety and toxicity of chemistries. And then we don't only want to consider what we use and what we sell, but also which reactants might be used more upstream. So we try to identify the processes that our suppliers might use in order to synthesize or prepare our ingredients. We have hazard categories or properties of concern that we flag for. And of course, we are always interested in identifying suppliers that are employing certain green chemistry principles. Red flags that we react on would be any toxic intermediates that might be used that pose health risks for factory workers in other countries. Any radical polymerization step, because they would create usually structures that have a very poor biodegradability, or any heavy metals, but there are definitely a lot more. And in this way, we want to ensure that we have higher requirements than most of the existing restricted substances list as employed by certification bodies for the textile industry. So we would like to pave the way ahead by having internally the stringent requirements. And next to that, we want to make sure that we have a product with an end-of-life strategy. For PFAS, I think, and PFAS products, there's been a lot of research, especially in the textile case. How do these products like end up in the environment? There are some very nice papers available that have been shared by RISE before as well. And one of the main introduction pathways is to customer washout. But also other ways. So we want to develop products that actually, like when they are washed out, actually meet requirements that we would also set, for example, for laundry detergents. So that means that they need to be readily biodegradable, pose a minimal toxicity to aquatic life, and also be free from phosphorus or any other regulations that might be in place there. And we test our products according to those requirements as well. So stage 3 of the project that we are about to finish, we had like very good collaborations with both Berrions and Houdini in this project. We got opportunity to test on a lot of their fabrics and well, learn from their requirements, their testing methods. We could welcome them to visit our lab at our site. And we worked a lot on like aligning our requirements and considering their process steps and using that even in our optimization. In the meantime, we have like also had the opportunity through this project to develop like further develop our product range. So in order to create a broader, a more universal solution. That we managed to test in pilot level now. So we could use a pilot scale stentor finisher where we could treat fabrics as supplied by the brand partners, and we could test them in our field test that we completed just a couple of weeks before. I think Lisa will go back to that later. So with that said, I would like to share some contact information if you got interested. We're very happy to start like a dialogue with any of you, and we hope to be like the chemical supplier that offers transparency, that collaborates closely, and I hope that the partner, we can have many successful partnerships, and we want to thank Berrions and Houdini for their opportunity to collaborate with us in this project. Thanks.
Thank you, Johannes.